All right, what's up, guys? So we're here for part two. Let's see if we can get this LTD, the 66 LTD on the road. Um, Last episode or last part, whatever. Um, we got it to run. Now we were feeding it fuel. So today, what we're gonna try to accomplish is we're going to get up under it, disconnect the main feed line, fuel line for the front of the vehicle. Um, I did a few things off camera in between. It's been about a week since I fooled around with it. So um, I went ahead, hit up O'Reilly's, and they gave me about 10 feet of line. I explained to him what I was doing, and the general manager there was like, "Hey, I support what you're doing. Not a lot of young kids do what you do. So here's 10 feet of line for you. You don't owe me a dime." So thank you, O'Reilly's. And thank you, Leo. Anyway, we got 10 feet of line. We got a new fuel pump. Y'all didn't see me do it, but I did end up replacing the starter. That ended up being a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But we got it. I got it in finally. It took a little bit of time, but got it in. Obviously, y'all saw it start. A few things we need to address before we try to move this anywhere is we need to pull the dipstick for the shift machine down under there, the transmission. Yeah. And we need to make sure it's got some good oil in it, which the oil actually looks fresh-ish. Um, from what I heard from the previous owner before he parked this, it was a full tune-up was done on it, which is why I guess I really didn't have to do too much before I pulled it in here and was able to get it start up. A lot of stuff happened off camera that y'all didn't see. I pulled the top of the carburetor off. I wanted to make sure, see if it was clean, if it had any old gas in it or any gunk buildup in it, and it actually looked like it had never been started since the carburetor got rebuilt. And talking to the previous owner, he actually confirmed that that was true. He had the carburetor rebuilt. He put new spark plug wires, new coil, which kind of makes me a little suspect on as to why I had to replace the coil. Of course, it had been sitting for about 22-ish years or so, 20-ish years. I said 25 last video, but I got my dates a little incorrect, and it's probably closer to 20 years. Not exactly sure. But so we got a new coil on it. Spark plugs are new. The spark plug wires are new. The carburetor looked like it was brand new whenever I pulled it apart, so don't really have to worry about that. And it actually seemed, after we ran it off camera, it actually accelerated up and down like it was supposed to. And it actually seemed like it was, there's nothing wrong with it. So I think we're just going to leave it alone, leave it be. And we're going to figure out what we have to do otherwise to see what we got to do to maybe drive this thing maybe up and down our dirt road a little bit. And if we're able to do that, then I might just call this a success. Maybe we'll see about if everything goes okay with that. Might see about getting some new tires for this bad unit. And well, the tires on it are not so great. They've lost air. They're holding air right now, but they slowly deflated over time. So I'm thinking that we probably need to look at probably getting some new tires, because once you get going, 40, 50 miles an hour, probably not going to hold air for too long too well. So anyway, they also didn't make tires back in the day. Nothing's made like it used to be, so let's just put it that way. So New tires definitely would not last this long. They'd be gone, probably disintegrated by this point. So, but anyway, that's beside the point. So we're going to put some new fuel line on it, at least run it from the carburetor down to the new fuel pump that I've installed. And we're going to get up under the back end of this rig, and we're going to flush out the fuel line. Now I did trace down where the fuel line's from, and if y'all want to come in here and see, the fuel line feeds in right here, and which is kind of surprising to me. It is actually a plastic fuel line. It's like a weird plastic neoprene. I don't know. It's not metal, obviously. So it's a little weird, but it I guess it works. General Motors cutting costs back in the 60s. Why did I say General Motors? This is a Ford. Oh, sorry, Ford guys. But anyway, we might have to look into getting this relay right here replaced, possibly, because it clicks, but it does not allow power to pass through it. So it'll allow power to get to it, but not power to pass through. And that is a starter relay, and then you have a starter solenoid. Don't really understand why Ford did it that way, or maybe someone else did it that way. They thought it was better, but either way, we might have to either wire in a new one, or for the sake of time, maybe just straight wire it. Really don't see a purpose of a relay right there, seeing as how you have a starter solenoid, which is not exactly the same, but it's very similar to a relay as well. Neither here nor there. I digress. So let's get to work. Let's see if we can't run some new fuel lines, get up under the rear of this thing, and maybe get to maybe see if we can't start this thing up, and maybe see if it won't move under its own power sometime in the next few hours. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I decided I didn't feel like getting under the car yet, because I wanted to be a little bit lazy for at least a few minutes, that I have the opportunity to be. So we're going to start with putting some coolant in it. Today we're just going to put water in it. It's it's the southeast, okay? It really doesn't get cold enough to blow out freeze plugs here on a regular basis. So I'm just going to put water in it, and it's about to be summertime anyway. So if we drive this car enough, I'm sure I will do a coolant flush on it before the winter. But anyway, as you can see, coolant used to be made out of alcohol, and alcohol over time evaporates. So there you go. It looks like it's bone dry, but I'm gonna go get the water hose. We're gonna fill it up. I'm gonna burp the system. Quick tip, if you don't know this, but if you're just working on these old cars and don't have any fancy tools, like I got the fancy tools at work, but not here at home, you just take this right here and you just grab hold of your hose and you squeeze it, and that'll burp out any of the air going in the upper and lower radiator hoses, so you can at least eliminate air pockets here and there, and then it should work out all air pockets inside the engine. Hopefully nothing's clogged up. I don't think, because last I heard from the previous owner, it was actually antifreeze that they put in, like straight antifreeze. So it shouldn't have caused any type of rust, I hope, but we're just gonna have to maybe cross that bridge whenever we get there. Right. All right, it's full. It's got some. There is still, believe it or not, still a little bit of fluid in the coolant lines, the upper and lower radiator hose. So we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna hope that they get along nice and well, especially the old coolant lines being a little upset that they haven't been used in 20 years, and you're introducing new people, new folks. How would you feel if your neighbors had been there for 20 years and then new folks just come along and try to invade your space? I wouldn't be too keen of it, but it's coolant. Luckily, it's not people, so we're good. All right, guys. So I may have been a little bit ill prepared. So I am on the way to the parts house as fast as I can go because I've got to get hose clamps. So hopefully they don't close. Let's see, it's 8:03. They close at 9. We should definitely make it there on time. But I got to get that, and I got to get an inline fuel filter because I'm going to put one of those in line as well. So I am going as fast as my Toyota RAV can go to get there because I want to get this video out. So let's just hope I get there on time. All right, guys. So we just got out. I had to run to Advanced. I know I was shouting out O'Reilly's earlier, but Advanced was the only one that was open right now. So anyway, shout out to Advanced as well. So we were able to grab an Edelbrock inline fuel filter. It's a see-through one. Honestly, it was like $30. That was all they had. So had to get it. And pack of hose clamps because don't worry, I'm gonna be going to Harbor Freight and getting more hose clamps in bulk for cheaper because this small pack of 4 was $5. That's ridiculous. But we are on our way back to the house, and we're going to get down to the shop, and we're going to put that fuel line on, and then we're going to get under the car and see what we can get figured out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have to flush out too much. I'm hoping that everything is pretty clean and looking really well so that we can put some fuel into the back in the gas tank, and then use the new fuel pump to basically pump all the fuel from the gas tank into the car, and it'll run on its own, nice and happy like. So that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what we're gonna shoot for. So we'll see you guys whenever we get back to the shop. So guys, following this video, we got back to the shop and we found out that everything that we had didn't work. So I'm just going to resume in the next clip, removing the gas tank because we found out that the gas tank was full of rust as well. So y'all guys will just follow along with us. I got one loose. These don't look like they've come off since 66. So, put a little knocker loose on there. Knocker loose, sponsor me. Maybe. We'll see. But, CRC knocker loose. Some of the best stuff I've ever used in my life for rust. And these have probably never come off since 66. So that being said, it's pretty impressive. I was able to break them free with a wrench and then pull them off. Whoever owned it before put a underbody coating on here, so may have protected it or may have covered up stuff that they don't want us to see. Definitely covered up stuff they didn't want us to see. Oh, you hear that? That sounds like just rust. Oh no. Well, all right, let's see if we can't get this side to pop out. Oh, okay. Straighten this down. Straighten it out. Maybe this will pop out here in a second. All right, well, there you go. Well, I think I got everything. I could be wrong. Where's my flashlight? That neck does not come off right there. Maybe I have to unbolt it from there. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out together. Maybe. Let me get up here and let's see if I can't drop this tank out. Oh. Alright. So it looks like there's 4 bolts. I'm sorry. If you come in here, look. There's 4 bolts right here on the edge, and I hope... Oh, flashlight just died. What good is that? Anyway, I hope once I take those out that that tank will drop down on the passenger side over there, and we're able to, you know, just like that. Probably not, but we're gonna hope. So I'll get back to y'all. Oh, it came out. 1. There's 2. Oh, wait. Use a little bit of English Braille right there. Well, since we're using old American sockets. American Standard. Use a little bit of American Braille. Y'all got me? Probably not. That's fine. It's a joke for myself, I guess, then, huh? Okay. Okay. Hand pop a tool. 9,000 to help us out right here. Oh. Maybe, maybe not. Well, it's loose. There's nothing holding it no more. Don't lose your bolts. Put them in your gas cap so your engine catches them later. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get a pry bar, I guess, and we'll see if I can't pry it and then do like the whole gas tank cap. Yeah, we're gonna try that. Oh yeah. Get my good old walking stick. It's also good for prying out gas tanks. Maybe. We're gonna find out. Oh. maybe the gas tank will fall on me. We're gonna hope that that doesn't happen, but my luck with that is slim to none, so. Well, I think it's gonna clear. You just gotta get it to. Man, you're in there, aren't you? Wow. All right. Okay, well, maybe I need a smaller pry bar. Because this pry bar is just a wee bit too long. Okay. I have a slight feeling that this is going to be too short. But it's all I got to work with, so I guess I could jack the car up if I wanted to, but slightly lazy. You're lucky. I'm even under the car right now. So, okay. Oh. Okay. See, it's not welded, rusted. All rust welded. Sure. Okay. Well, we got some wigglage there, guys. All the rats from 17 years ago are like, what do you want now? Okay. Oh, that. Oh, okay. I see what that was. What's holding you now? Okay, well, there's all the spiders from 17 years ago as well. Hello. There's no bolts. Or is that a bolt? Can't tell. They all look. Ooh, something just touched my hand. I don't know what that was. I don't want to find out. So let's stick your hand back up there and figure out. Is that a bolt? That might be a bolt. That'd be dumb if that was a bolt. Tell. Okay, well, the only thing to do is get an impact, and y'all are probably getting bored, so I will be back to y'all whenever I get this gas tank out. Ah! What the heck, bro? Okay. Alright. I got a task for you. Okay, I'm just kidding. It wasn't actually that bad. I did need a little assistance, though. But we got it out! Maybe y'all call me crazy here in a second, but... no. Alright. Y'all see what I was talking about. Okay. Okay, maybe a little bit. It is kind of like it bows in right here. So like you gotta like, yeah. Anyway, let's look inside. Yep. Bone dry. Look at that. Can you see in there?
Maybe y'all can see it. Maybe you can't. But I bet the only thing I get out of here whenever I flip it upside down is rust. No fluid. That's great for your fuel system. Certified race car. Yes, sir. Anyways, after our perfectly clean gas tank is reinstalled, and we install about 37 billion fuel filters, maybe we'll be able to get this thing to run again. I foresee me looking on Amazon for a new fuel tank. Probably not. We're probably going to try to clean the one we got. Maybe. See, I haven't made up my mind yet, but we're going to do something. We're probably not going to be able to get all of that back out. If you want to know the truth. All jokes aside. It took a little bit more effort than I'd really like to admit. There was no other bolt holding it in. It was literally just rust and American horsepower holding it in. That's it. So we got it, and I'm gonna try to clean this out as best I can because that's pretty bad. There's no gas in it. It smells like old gas, but that just looks like, it doesn't even look like rust. It just looks like dirt. And it smells like old fuel. I don't know, that's a weird one. That's a weird one. That's the first for me. I've seen some weirder stuff out of newer cars, but that's the first for me. So let's get to cleaning this. I'm gonna see if I can maybe get some purple power and some water. Maybe slosh it around a little bit. We'll see how good we can get it. I don't really have high hopes. Probably going to be looking for a new gas tank on Amazon and a new fuel sending unit on Amazon as well. But as you can see, this is definitely a certified ripper, son. This has one wire going into it for the fuel sending unit. Tell it how much fuel it has in it, which it was accurate. It said it was empty. And it was empty. That probably doesn't work no more, but it said it was empty, so it was right. Maybe it does work. And only one line going in, because this thing uses all the fuel, all of it. And if it doesn't, it comes out the exhaust. There is no return lines like that new stuff on the new cars. Stupid crap. Anyway, so that being said, I'm gonna try to clean this up the best I can, and we'll see where I get. I'll let y'all know in about 37 years how well it cleans up. And yeah, I'm about to sit here and put some stuff in here and go like this for about 47 minutes, and then 57 minutes later after that, because I need 10 minutes to rest because I'm gonna be out of breath because I'm out of shape. We'll re-update y'all and tell you that we need a new tank. So anyway, we'll try it. Alright guys, so after doing a little bit more looking at this tank, I did a lot of looking on the interwebs for another tank. And then I had the bright idea, well, I have another gas tank from another car I took out years ago. And it's just been sitting in the garage. So why don't I just use that? Because, as you can see, we didn't see this last, but as I was pulling this thing around, bam! There's a rust hole. I can almost fit my hand in there. Goodness gracious. Anyway, I was originally thinking, I was like, why don't we just take two and make one? I'll just like cut a square out, you know, right here. And I'll cut a square out right here, and I'll just tap it and make it look the same, and I'll tack weld it in place. The idea was there. But then I looked inside this tank and I was like, yeah, that tack weld and that new piece we put in there would, in 5 years, probably be the only piece left of this tank. So I was like, well, we need another tank. So I started looking. Another tank is $500. Well, me trying to do this build on a budget, I'm not going to put $500 into it. So I got to thinking, got to searching on the interwebs, and I found something. I found from our Chinese friends at Amazon. Jeff Bezos is not Chinese. Anyway, from Amazon, they have a fuel cell. I've never put in a fuel cell for race cars. Certified ripper. And once we get this new fuel cell and we put it in the trunk, we drill holes in the trunk pan, which probably already got rust holes in it anyway, so we don't have to drill very much. Probably just take a center punch and pop a hole right in it. But we can then have a 17-gallon fuel tank. 17. They had everything from a 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 15, 20, 17-gallon. They had even a 2.5-gallon one. I was like, well, if I wanted to make a drag race car, I could probably do that. But I don't want to make a drag race car. I want one that I can drive down the road. So we're probably going to get either a 10-gallon or 15-gallon one. I don't really want to go too much bigger than that. So, but we're gonna get one of those on the way. And once we get one of those on the way, we'll do an updated video after this of me putting it in, how I'm going to put it in, because I've never put one in, and I have the basic idea of how to put one in. I've also never messed around with AN fittings very much, because, well, I've only ever gone back in with original stuff, and original is $500, so not doing that. But we're gonna figure out the AN fitting stuff. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna run the fuel cell from here into the, and then we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do the fuel sending unit. So once we figure all that out, and y'all come along with us to do that, then this bad unit will be back to where it will be able to do donuts and do burnouts and do awesome things that Americans just love to do. And Australians, strangely enough. And we're just going to do it all. Hopefully we're going to do it all. I don't know. May not be able to do burnouts, but we're going to do our best. We'll at least try to do one. May have to do it on dirt, but still a burnout. Still a burnout. So, but anyway, we're going to get that on the way, and then we are going to update y'all in the next one. Probably in part 3, y'all will see me struggle with the gas lines up front and finish blowing out the gas line like I said I was going to do earlier in this video. Then I got distracted with the gas tank. Anyway, we got a little bit done, but not very much. We got nowhere fast in a hurry. So anyway, love you guys. Y'all have a blessed week, and we'll see y'all soon.